So I got off the phone today with a 15-minute private consultation, that you can book on my bio link. So she booked the call and she believes that she's getting financially gaslighted. So I'll break down what she's saying, and obviously I have her permission to share and also to get your opinion, because obviously she also watches my TikTok. So the premise is to introduce the background of the protagonist, which is the female protagonist over here. They're married, husband and wife, and they have about 2 kids and under 10. And they also have a house in Sydney, purchased about maybe 6-7 years ago. So she had an epiphany. So basically 3 months, she found my TikTok and binged through it like most people before booking the call. And her feedback was that, I break down things very simple. She learned so much. She learned about loan structuring and then also thinking about buying an investment property. But here's the thing, and I've seen this in spouse. The partner, whether it's a husband or wife, but in this situation it was the husband, he's like, I manage the finances. You don't need to deal with it. And she doesn't work and stuff because she looks after her 2 kids, but she used to be a white-collar professional, but her partner's like, nah, don't work, just stay home, be a wife. And what her partner manages is the savings account, moving things around, the mortgage repayments, structuring the loan, when to refinance, and also moving money to pay the bills. And in his words, I'm a financially trained accountant, and you're not. And he goes on to say, hey, we should work on our strengths. I'm very financially savvy. I should be the treasurer of the house. You're very good at organizing, so you look after the kids and all the day-to-day household stuff. But when it comes to the mullah, the partner would say, hey, tell me what you need, I'll allocate the money into your bank account. And here's the thing, they have separate bank accounts. She has her own and he has his own. He can actually control her stuff, but she can't do it to him. And so far, it's been pretty good. It's very mutual. They love each other. But I've been reading a lot of articles about this. Why is it a bad idea to just let your partner manage your finances? And actually, this article was sent by her to me to read. And at that point in that 15-minute call, I don't know whether I was playing the role of a mortgage broker or a marriage counselor. So basically, this happened for the last 15 years, no issues. But then she had an epiphany. And the issue was, well, when she got annoyed, is she suggested to her partner, different ways to deal with the mortgage. She's like, hey, there's this broker, he's made some pretty good TikToks, insightful. What do you think? Maybe you can structure it this way, pull out equity, do this, la 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 la. He's like, nah, I don't deal with bloody brokers. I only go to the bank. And we've been using this bank for the last 15 years. Won't change. Now, I don't care whether they use me or not. I don't really care. But the main thing is she's suggesting to do something different and actually be involved in the finance decisions. But he's saying, no, that's my job. You stick to your job. And the reason she forwarded me this article that I just showed you just then is that she's experiencing some of these red flags. And she wants to know whether some of you ladies or potentially male partners of a female spouse who controls the finance, are you guys experiencing these red flags? For example, being told you can't have property in joint names because you don't earn an income. Or this happened to her. She was told to take out a credit card in her name only, but then he uses it for different business reasons or whatever reason. And another one is she got told there's no need to have a joint account. I'll just transfer money to your account and, I'll also deal with the bills. And the last issue, she's felt it for many years. It only sort of reached a boiling point now. Because the husband is a high income earner, she kind of feels that, she's entrapped. It's difficult to raise the issue because technically she's using his money. Now, she feels like she's the only one that's feeling this, but to normalize this, I'm just asking the people watching this, have you ever felt that way? Have you ever been put down by your spouse saying, hey, I control the finances, you don't need to deal with it? And when you come up with ideas, they brush it aside. They either change the topic. And even though you're not financially dumb, or you originally thought you were financially dumb, but then you educate yourself through, self-reading or TikToks or whatever, you feel like in that relationship, you don't stand a ground to challenge that high income earner's, financial belief where you think you had a valid point. And what are your thoughts about it? Is it a bad idea to just let your partner manage all your finances? I personally believe and like this part of the article. It says, if one of you became seriously ill, had an accident, or even died, would the other person, would you be able to pick up the reins? And what if you get divorced? If you're not financially savvy now, you have to deal with the trauma plus the added anxiety of trying to get a grip on all things financially. Now, I said to her, you can either go back to get a job if you feel like you want to go back to get a job, even though your partner says no, and you're happy to challenge him on the home loan. You both live under it. Who cares if he's the high income earner? So what? Anyway, jump in the comments. Let me know what you really think.